McCoy area. But nothing to be seen much today. And over there we have the underground motel again, that's the Marigold Cemetery. Yeah, you check in, but you don't check back out. Don't forget the keys when you check in. To the top of there, there's a fort, that's Fort Amsterdam. Now the French side, they are ruled directly under France. So all the laws that apply in France apply here. Well, the bakery's full for you. Everybody getting a French somebody. That there, that's the Methodist Church for the Marigold area. Now there where all of those, where everything is parked there, all that used to be part of the seawater. And all that was filled in to make land. So all of this was filled in to make land. All of that used to be part of the sea. And there we have where the ferries, basically the building there on the left, that's where the ferries come. See there's a ferry there, he goes to Anguilla. Every 30 minutes there's a ferry to Anguilla. And we also, and Anguilla is a British island. And that one coming in now, he's coming from St. Bart's, or St. Bartholomew. Now, most of this was filmed when I had the movie here, Speed 2. Yeah, the movie was filmed here, Speed 2, and they filmed most of that in when the movie was here. And this marina on the left is called Marina Fort Louis. It was named after the fort. The fort name is Fort St. Louis. So all of this here is the Marigold waterfront, the Marigold Harbor. Now cruise ships don't come over here because it's too shallow. When the cruise ships come, they have to stay too far out and then they have to tender the people in. And with the ship moving and the tender moving, it's not good, especially for the elderly. So that's why all of them go to the Dutch side. And that island you see over there, where the White Houses is, that's Anguilla. And Anguilla is 36 square miles, 1 square mile less than St. Martin. And over there, that's a Marigold Harbor. So all of this is a Marigold Harbor. As I said, Marigold is directly under France. all the laws that apply in France apply here on the French side. That's why you have two of everything, two different governments, different number plates, everything different. Over here they use the euro. And on the third side, as I said, they use some new money they just came out with called the Caribbean Guilder. But the US dollars is why we spend all over. And down there we have the Kia dealership. Through there, that's the water and electricity plant on the French side. Now on the French side, they use the 220 current same as in Europe. But both sides use desalinated water. On that side they use the 110, 120 current. And here in front of us we have the statue of Lady Liberty. That's the statue of Lady Liberty. And that was put there for when slavery was abolished. Slavery was abolished on the French side in 1848 and on the Dutch side in 1863. And they said she played an important role in assisting the slaves to escape from one side to the next. A lantern has a light in it. So all of this still is the Marigot area.
Cho phu vào nó khuyên và cặp họไปจอphu vào nó khuyênนี่นะเฮ้ย
nó đếchสุดๆเลยที่ว่ามันเด็กขึ้นได้
cái đườngนั้นđấy đườngนี้บ่มีขึ้นเลยcái đườngนั้นไปปุ๊บ
So if you look on the left there, you can see Anguilla better. Anguilla is 36 square miles directly under England. So it's ruled by England.
เขาเขียนอังกฤษจะบอก
ยังที่ยังบ่ทันได้ผ่านขัว
ดอนสามดอนเนี่ยมีฮอดสองชาติประเทศคุณนะ
เป็นย้อน
อังกฤษแล้วก็ฝรั่งเศสแล้วก็อเมริกันประตูขึ้นเหยียบเกิบแล้วทางแคบเลยละเมา
Now up in that area it's called the Columbine area. Now up in Columbine they have there used to be sugarcane plantation, arrowroot plantation, and also the guava berry. And that's the national drink of the island, the guava berry. That's grown up in the Columbine area. This is the ambulance for the French side.
เสียงอัมบูเลนฝรั่งก็ตามได้
Now the highest hill on this island is the hill to the right. You can see the antennas, there's a hole right there. There's some two antennas on top of it. That's the highest hill on the island. It's called Peak Paradise. See there, Peak Paradise. Now Peak Paradise, back in 1621, there was a guy by the name of Richard Bailey from England. He won that property in a land lottery. And what he did, he turned it into a sugarcane plantation. And he named it Lottery Farm. It's 1,500 feet above sea level. Right now what it does up there, it does hiking. There's also zip lining up there. You have the extreme zip line, and then you have the beginner zip line. There's a natural pool, also a restaurant.
Tim na
So you
lang
can go there and spend the day. A big paradise. A big paradise. A lottery farm. So now as we go down here, you have a better view of Anguilla. And down in there is the Grand Cars area. Down in there is the Grand Cars area. And here we have a friend of Benda. Yep, somebody bent. Oh, this guy has no number plate. And he bent.
accident.
A friend of Benda, not a friend of Benda, he bent. He bent everybody friend of. Yeah, that's just a little friend of Benda. So now this area here is called the Lassapan area. See, these are getting ready to go to the carnival. See, the friends that also goes to play in the Dutch side. Because the French side carnival was in February, and now the Dutch side is started in April until about the 5th, I think. I think by the 5th of May, then it's finished. Now, all of this is the Lassavan area. And that's a college that's newly built for the Lassavan area. Here is the ambulance and fire department for the French side. Just had one this morning. That's the ambulance and fire department for the French side. And those are the gendarmes just on there. Now, the gendarmes on this side, they come from France. Every 6 months they change them out. Every 6 months they bring new gendarmes so they don't get too familiar with the people on the island. So every 6 months they change the gendarmes. Those there are government houses, and in the back there is also a school. Now the schools on the French side are completely different to those on the Dutch side. On the French side, all the schools are owned by the government. The schools over here start at 8 o'clock. Yeah, schools start at 8. Finish, then they come out at 12. They get a 2-hour lunch break. And then they go back in until, from 2 until 5. Now on the Dutch side, the schooling goes straight through. They start 7:30 in the morning and they finish at 1. Now on the French side, all the languages is in French. When you go to high school, you get English as a subject. But all the lessons are in French. On the Dutch side, most all the schools are private schools. There's an American school, there's a Canadian school, Then we have the Methodist Church, the Catholic Church, all the churches like seem like they have a school. So you get most all the subjects in English. And this area is called the Grand Cars